Are you living your life for you? Or are you trying to live it for someone else or in the shadow of someone else? Gosh, this was such a deep question. For so much of my life, I lived it trying to make my dad proud. I wanted to be the friend that people actually liked and validated and accepted. I felt like the first portion of my life was lived for everybody else but me. And the irony is that's really what created the most stress, the most pain, the most depression, anxiety. I'm gonna have you consider that your recovery was never meant to be pursued for anybody else. We get clients all the time that come in, well, my wife said she'll leave if I don't figure this out, or my husband said, oh, we're gonna get divorced if I can't get help. Or some younger people come in, some young adults, well, my parents told me if I don't get sober, then they're not gonna help me anymore. And it's a real tough place to be, I get it. I was actually enabled for a long time, and finally my mom kicked me out, and then enabled by my dad for a while, and he kicked me out. And it's so funny because the stories back then is it was all their fault. I mean, I'm so glad I'm able to laugh about it right now, because like literally looking back, I'm like, oh, that is so comical. But I actually believe that, like that was my story. That was my truth, was how dare them turn their back on their kid when their kid needed them the most. It wasn't them, it was me. So much of my life, I lived for other people, and then I blamed other people, and I didn't get the results that I wanted. I don't know where you are in this journey of life. Maybe you're right in that place that I just explained, where you're saying, gosh, I'm living so much of my life for my spouse or significant other, or for my family or friends, and I've been denying this part of me that just echoes inside. And maybe you did it for such a long time that you couldn't even hear that voice. You just thought that was life. And as you started to slow things down and learn, that voice starts to actually gain a little bit of confidence and get just a little bit louder, saying, this is what I want. This is what I need. If that is you, I want to encourage you. Don't give up. Look at your areas of life and ask yourself, and again, this is for you. This is only for you. You ask yourself, where in my life am I living for other people? And again, it's not a negative thing. We don't want to attach good or bad to this. We just want to begin to ask questions that will help us think a little bit differently. Where am I in my journey of living my life? Am I living it according to someone else's rules? Or am I starting to hear that voice from within that says, this is what I am wanting? I'm wanting to be in treatment and go get recovery because I want a different life. Now, the cool thing is they're gonna benefit from it. We're gonna have such deeper connections and be able to look back on this someday and actually grow so much stronger. But right now, I need to do this for me. It's a tough question because most of us live our lives with what I call unhealthy selfish. But there's actually a very healthy selfish that says, I'm gonna take care of me for you. And I would love it if you took care of you for me. It's a radical way of thinking. It's a different change in dynamics. But I want to encourage you, if you are pursuing your life for anybody else, to give yourself permission to stop, to look at what you need from a healthy, selfish standpoint, and to make that decision.